this book or this movie coming from the book of a woman, is this glorifying violence and sexual perversion, in your opinion, towards women?
Honestly, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because the thing is, a lot of couples are into this. And as long as you're consenting adults, and as long as you have your safe words, and you've had a discussion in advance, and you're respecting your partner, there's nothing wrong with these sorts of activities.
What kind of protests have you seen? We did a story right before you came and visited us in the studio saying that there are some protests erupting around the country from women's groups. And I would imagine, too, we don't just give it to women. I'm sure there are a lot of men who don't necessarily approve of this. There are going to be men who have sisters, daughters, who don't think this is appropriate.
You know what? It's one of those things. If you take it to an extreme, if you go too far, yes, of course it can be abusive. And I think these groups are right to get the word out there. But I think they also have to understand that there are things that people want to do sexually. And if we're consenting and we're adults, it's fine to do them.
Right. What do you think the fascination with the book is?
I think the fascination is that the book really sort of explores our fantasies. Even if this isn't your thing, this is something that you may have thought about at some point. And maybe it introduced a lot of things to people that they didn't even think about. It's about fantasy.
Right. So this is written by a woman, E.L. James. Would the scenario have been different? And I'm just throwing this out here because I can certainly understand the dynamic of people being concerned that this perpetuates violence, sexual control, and violence against women. Would the dynamic have been different if the lead character, the heroine here, was a woman and these were her ideas and her fantasies to do this, and she had this torture chamber, whatever it was that she had in there, and there was a young man being introduced to this, almost like The Graduate? Do you think there would be any difference?
It would be totally different. I mean, we don't want to admit it, but society sort of places us in roles. So having a man dominate a woman, you know, inflicting abuse on a woman, even if it's welcomed abuse, is seen as something that's negative. Where a woman who probably was doing this to a man, it would just be something that he wants, and it's pleasurable.
LaDawn, before you go, but there should be no circumstance, and I know you don't want people to be confused about this, where someone is in a situation where they're harmed physically. That's never good.
There's a distinct difference. There's something about us as consenting adults wanting to play, sex play.
Roles.
Right. Versus something that's abusive, angry, mean, and detrimental to our lives.
And could put you in the hospital.
Exactly.
Worse.
Totally different.
Okay, LaDawn, thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you for having me.
You have to come back on.
Definitely.
Okay. LaDawn Black.